my channel. So for today's video, I'm very excited for today's video. I'm very fucking proud of myself. Let me start off by saying that. So like, if you're new here, I'm 20 years old. My birthday's in December. I just got my license like 2 months ago now, I want to say. And I'm pretty much fucking scared to do everything and anything. Not because of driving. I'm scared to do things by myself because I always assume the worst of everybody. I know it's very bad of me, but like I do limit myself of going out by myself because I'm scared that I'll get kidnapped or like whatever, because like men ain't shit. I don't trust guys. I fucking hate men in general. When I was 16, I was very fucking bold. Like I was taking 2 a.m. walks. For what? Like, I don't know what the fuck, what drug I thought I was on. And then when I was 17, 16, I had an incident where I was walking home on my usual route from high school, and it was a 40-minute walk. And this guy tried to kidnap me. So, I don't want to get too much into it, but it was very, very, very traumatizing for me, and I was alone. Luckily, I was on FaceTime with my boyfriend. So I just like screamed and was like, call 911. So yeah, I'm learning to do shit by myself in a very public area, even though kidnappings happen in the worst ways possible. And I was actually by a park, and ironically I'm about to go to a park. So I have my pepper spray. I have like this little like knife, little thingy majiggy. I don't think it'll do very much, but it's daytime, so, and I'm gonna go to a very nice city in San Jose, or like, not city, but like, yeah, like a city near San Jose. I'm gonna go to Los Gatos. I'm gonna go to the park. No one knows, because technically I haven't said it, but I do have a therapist. Mental illnesses. And apparently, every time that I go in and I'm like, I'm okay now, she reminds me that I'm not. I don't know if she's preying on my downfall or, no, I'm just kidding. She reminds me that I'm not, and I clearly have healing to do because I am expressing myself through my generational trauma that my mother has carried. So some certain situations where I'm mad, I express that to certain individuals in my life, and I don't want to do that. And in general, there is just a lot of forgiveness that I have to do, and I'm very, very prideful, and I don't do forgiving or forgetting. So I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna buy myself a little journal, if you will. I'm gonna write some of my thoughts down. I'm gonna learn to heal, and I'm learning to be alone at the same time. So I'm very excited, actually, because I was low-key like going batshit crazy last night. It was the first day that I've spent alone in a couple of weeks. I want to say like genuinely alone. And like it was okay. I just spent it at my dorm, but I know that if I spent another day at the dorm, I'm actually gonna go batshit crazy and like, you know. So I'm gonna go do that. I did place an order for Vitality. If you know, you fucking know, and that's my favorite fucking place to treat myself for, because like I feel like I'm being healthy, and it's just very, very good. Oh, there's people watching me for sure. Anyway, I'm in my school's parking garage. I'm gonna go to Vitality, and I'm excited. Let's go. Okay, so I fucked up very badly. I ran out of gas, and it was very hard. So I also fucked up the directions of where I put Vitality. I put it in downtown Los Gatos. If you don't know what that is, it's just like a really cute street with like little shops. There's also a lot of traffic because obviously it's fucking Saturday, and I didn't think that through. So it took me 40 minutes to get here, what usually is like a 15-minute drive. So I'm gonna go get my Vitality, and then we'll see how that works out for us. I'm also very much vlogging in public right now, and it feels a little weird, but let me show you around. Okay, we got the goods. I have my smoothie and my panini sandwich. I'm gonna go find a park now. Okay guys, I found a random park that was like 3 minutes away from Vitality, so I have my food. Oh, my dumbass forgot to buy a journal, for sure. Sometimes I'm not the smartest person around. Yeah, so we're gonna roll with it. It's okay. It is okay. I'm gonna just sit here, eat my food, chill, and then whatever I would have thought about writing, I'm just gonna think of it instead. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my little time at the park. It's so cute. Hello, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of an update. I just finished my food. You might be able to hear people in the background because obviously I'm at the park. So let me get into a little bit more of why I came. I feel like I did go over it a little bit earlier. So the reason I want to live, or the reason I want to learn how to be alone, is because I think it's important, and deep down I always knew it was very important. I watch all these YouTubers, and even just in real life, like it doesn't even have to be through YouTube, but I realize that people genuinely like to spend time with themselves, and like they don't mind not going out for weeks on end or not socializing. And I'm like, what the like I want to be like you. Like, you're so powerful to me. Like, that's such a power move of not needing anybody. And I've been through a couple things in my past that's led me to fear being alone, because I grew up being alone at all times in my life. I was raised by a single mother, so she was always working, and I've been home alone since I was like 9, 8. So like I knew how to be alone, and at the time like I was totally okay with it because I didn't know any better. I didn't know what it was like to be socializing. So then I moved in with my best friend 2-3 years ago, and I realized that's what I've been missing my whole life. I loved her family. I loved having people around me. I felt good. I felt sane, and I felt complete in a way. I know it sounds very dramatic, but like that's just kind of how I felt. And so then I moved into my dorm, and then it was back to loneliness, and then I was like going ape shit, you guys. Like, I did not like it. It was during COVID, so I definitely didn't have a roommate. College wasn't full of people, so it was very tough for me. So then I moved in with my boyfriend, and then I became codependent on him, and I know I still am. So like, your girl is self-aware, you know what I mean? Okay, so like I was saying, I was very codependent on my boyfriend for my happiness. I had just gotten through this like traumatic experience where I moved out willingly, but like unwillingly at the same time. It's very complicated to explain. I don't want to get into detail about it, but I moved out when I was 17, 18. I don't even remember anymore. And it was very hard for me because my mom was the only family I had. And then I went to my best friend's house, and like, obviously oh my god, I will always be so grateful to her family. They mean the absolute world to me. Like, they are my family. I will always count each and one of them as my family, especially her for being so kind and letting me stay with her and share a room with me for like a fucking 2 years almost. So like, there was that. So obviously I no longer knew how to enjoy being alone, or how to be alone and be okay with being alone. And so I was hearing so many like podcasts, and I've been hearing a lot of podcasts recently, and like, it is so important to live alone, or like learn how to be alone. The amount of times I'm gonna say alone in this video, because like I said, I found myself being codependent on my boyfriend for quite literally everything. Not even just my source of being around people. It was for my happiness, for certain expectations I had, and I was like, you know what, that's not good. He's his own person, I'm my own person. I've never been one to get mad if he goes out. Thank God I know enough not to be toxic like that. I very much like when he goes out with his friends or his family. I like it. He gets his alone time, you know. It's very important to have separate lives while you're with each other. So that wasn't really my issue. My issue was that the minute that my boyfriend was out of reach for me, I lost my shit. Like, I was like, oh my god, he was my safe person. He became my comfort person. I struggle heavily with anxiety, and so that's a very hard thing for me, and usually my boyfriend is my comfort zone because he's always with me and he's helped me through everything and he means a lot to me. However, as much as I appreciate and I love him, I want to be my comfort person. I want to be able to only not love me, hold on, I love him, but I want to be the only person who I need at the end of the day. And that's not to say I don't see a future with my boyfriend. Like, that's all I see in my future, you know. I love him, but I always have little toxic thoughts in my head because of, again, my past experiences through my mom's relationships, and I'm like, there's always a chance where you think that's the one and then like it's not the one. So like a little just in case moment. No, I'm just kidding. But no, yeah, like it's totally true. Like, say something happened between me and him tomorrow, I know I would actually go insane. I know that I would be not only depressed, but I know that I would have lost my only source of entertainment's a bad word. Like, I promise, like, I don't know how to make it sound good. Like, he was my only other source of happiness, and like, he's the one I hang out with and like not waste my time, but like spend a lot of time with. So a lot of my time does go to him and his family and his house and our dog together and stuff like that. So like, I want to change that. I want to be able to be happy alone, and doing this is the very first step for me. Like I said, I'm at the park, and like I also mentioned earlier, I almost got kidnapped at a park. So I came to a very bougie neighborhood in hopes that I don't get kidnapped this time. Well, I didn't get kidnapped, but you know, it's very uncomfortable, and I don't think a lot of people talk about how uncomfortable it is to be alone at first when you're learning to be alone. I feel uncomfortable. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing right now. I'm just observing, you know, like right over there where I'm looking. There's this mom with her baby, and she was just laying on the floor with her baby on a blanket, and she was just cuddling him face up. And like, to me, I'm like, whoa, like, why aren't you looking at your surroundings right now? Like, someone can take you and your baby, or, you know, like, why am I thinking about that? Like, it's such a good neighborhood. There's a lot of kids running around. It's the cutest thing ever, and they're just like, the birds are chirping. Like, I sound very dramatic, but like, I love it. I love what I'm doing right now. I'm very proud of what I'm doing right now because I mentioned this is a very big step for me. I'm not generally used to being alone like this, let alone going to get food and eating it at the park by myself while everyone else is on walks with their husbands, their kids, and you know, whatever it is. So yeah, that is my little motivation for you guys, that if you are currently struggling with being alone, I'm with you. I'm fucking not perfect. I'm learning, and I am a little disappointed in myself that I let myself get to this point to where I need someone to be okay with being alone, or like need somebody to be just okay, and that's not what we're aiming here for. We as individuals need to learn how to be by ourselves, because at the end of the day, we are with each other for 24 hours a day, every single day for the rest of our lives. We might as well learn how to be okay with being alone together and be comfortable with it, because you never know what might happen tomorrow. You might not have anyone at all, and I feel like it's really good for like clarity to be alone. Like, you can really gather your thoughts together, because the people who you are around always influence you, and sometimes you stray away from like your true morals or your true perspectives on things, and you let them dictate how you should feel, and that's not okay. I mean, like, it's okay to like ask for advice and stuff from those around you, but you shouldn't be easily influenced by them. Oh, my mom's calling me. I don't know what I was saying last, but this is your sign to learn to be alone, okay? Like, I know that right now hello, English. I know that right now I'm okay, but like in an hour I might not be, and I'm uncomfortable and still skeptical about those around me, and I'm very much like watching everybody like a hawk. But I'm very happy, and I'm rambling right now a little bit too much, but I just wanted to come on here and say that I wanted to spread some positivity and to let you know that in whatever way you can be alone, do it. Some of you might not know how to drive, or don't have a car, or don't have the means, but in whatever way you can, just do it. Take a bath. Lock yourself in the bathroom for a couple of minutes in the bath. Go outside in whatever way you can. Maybe it'll just be your patio, maybe it'll, whatever it is, like just do something and let yourself get bored. Let yourself get bored, because those are the times where you get inspired, where you try something new. Like, I literally considered painting last night, right? I was super bored. I haven't painted since I was in high school, and I loved it. I don't hate it. I love it. I suck at painting though. So like, it doesn't matter. Like, do whatever makes you feel okay with being by yourself. Listen to music, draw, film a YouTube video, film a random video, like whatever it is, do it. So I'm gonna like just close my eyes and look up at the sky and have a little dramatic moment. So I'll catch you guys later.